Hi, this is Tom James from VIP Stable. We're at the Southern Oaks Training Center in Sorrento, Florida. It's Saturday, February 9th. We just finished training a bunch of the 2-year-olds, and I'm here with trainer John Butenschoen. John, give us a recap on how we did. Why don't we start off with All-Star Partner?
Very nice colt. I mean, I'm very comfortable with coming along. Like you said, I believe you even posted it up there earlier. You know, if he was by anybody else other than 4-star Shark, he would have been anywhere from $40,000 to $75,000. You take his looks, you take his pedigree. I mean, the simple fact that everybhere was after Somebeachsomewhere this year in Pennsylvania. First crop sire, well said. You know, they were hot competitors. 4-star Sharp has done extremely well. I think Pennsylvania Gold has a good place to look at $10,000. Was kind of trained him today. I don't have exact same times, but it depends where you start and stop your mile. But pretty much everybody trained miles between 239 and 241. But if we would have stopped their miles here or there, they would have varied a little bit. I mean, at different points they go a little bit quicker, but pretty much all the babies are in the same point. It's a medium-sized colt, good gated colt, Pennsylvania eligible. I am excited to get him going this year.
Yeah, he has the look. He looks like a nice. He looks like he's going to be a racehorse. He just has the build. He looks like he has a nice gait. I think he's going to be okay. One of our home breeds, Sorrento.
Ricardo filly. She's pretty nice, and I've been very surprised out of the foals from Prices. Prices was a monster mare. I mean, she was just huge. Ton of speed. Her foals have been a little bit on the smaller side. I really would be anxious to see a colt out of her. All we've had so far is fillies. This filly does nothing wrong. She's a little bit like her mother. She wants to be a little over-aggressive on the racetrack. We made a few changes with her, completely opened her up, added a couple pieces of equipment. She trained real well today. I mean, she's got the ability, you know, just how big she is, will that come to a factor? She's going to be a sire stakes horse or a stallion series, you know. Hopefully she'll make a nice little racehorse, show enough talent that warrants keeping her over and see if she gets
She appears to be a pretty well-mannered filly.
She's a great filly around there. She gets a little keyed up on the racetrack. I mean, and she's a doll around the board. A couple of the owners that were here for you today said they were her favorite.
Yeah, she's a doll in the barn. If you're looking for a horse to pet, she's a nice horse. She really is. How about the Western Terror colt, King Barnes?
I'm very, very fast horse. Been a little, I can't say concerned. He's been a little bit of a handful. He just kind of wants to fight and fuss and mess around. If you look at him today, I believe when Ed was here in December, he was in, he was out ducking his head doing it. He didn't do that today. He was a little, I mean, we're coming. I mean, we're trying things with him. He was gelded. Very, very fast horse. If you watch the video clips, when we started our mile, I was on the outside. We actually got to the quarter faster than I expected. He just wanted to go. He's got the right kind of pattern. And it's just a matter of mannering him. A little bit on the physical, immature side. We just got to watch, make sure everything's okay. You know, his knees are open, so I'm expecting the growth rate's going to go from there. Hopefully, you know what time it's only February. Very talented. Western Terrier. You know, if he turns out, not all horses are great 2-year-olds, and come back real well as evidence proved by Easy No.
Not a doubt.
So, you know, I don't know. We'll see what King's Barn does. There's a talent there. There's a desire and there's a speed.
Might take a little bit of time, but you think there's something there. Okay.
For sure.
Why don't we go over to the rock and roll colt, rock and roll reality?
Like him. I mean, he's kind of a big, you know, you look at him, he's real big colt, real easy way of going. Just kind of puts his head down, long, lumbery colt. Did a little work on him, we rolled some splits on him, throws a curve. Nothing major, but he's fought right back up. I mean, that was 2-3 weeks ago we done that work. He trained a mile out here today, the same with everybody else. Very effortless, you know, nice mannered colt, willing to go forward, got the right size, got the right pedigree. Cautiously, very optimistic.
Yeah, he's a nice looking colt on the track. He kind of looks the part. Yeah, you know, he's one that really looks the part. Has some pedigree. I think he might be a little bit of something for us. How about one of the Somebeachsomewhere colts, Relino?
You know, other than one of the reasons that we got him for $30,000 was obviously because of his size. I mean, you can't knock the pedigree. I mean, Somebeachsomewhere with the way he performed last year, his offspring were just tremendous. He's out of a sister to Rock and Roll Hanover, Royal Flush Hanover, Rich's Hanover. I mean, blah 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 blah. You can't find a better man in the industry right now. Yep. And he's really doing well. Full of himself, kind of a little bit of a pisser, which I kind of tend to it's going to be interesting to see what type of colt he comes on to be. Good gaited, very well.
Okay. How about one of the, probably the biggest 2-year-old I've ever seen, the Genesis Beach Boy colt, Sevi.
He's very big. Yeah, if he's not the biggest, I've never trained one bigger than him. There might have been something similar, but he's very deceptive in how he goes. It's going to be a matter now of how he...
People are leaving the park.
People are leaving the park.
You can see there's a whole lot of people here today. A lot are going. It's been a nice day here.
But when you sit behind him, I felt we were going a mile around 4 minutes. We were going to 240 miles. I mean, he's very easy going. He gets over the ground super easy. A couple of the Genesis Beach Boys, Quick Falls, Mindale, Lifeguard on Duty, they were monster horses as well. You know, and there isn't... I'm hopeful that he's more than a Kentucky Sire. I'm very positive he'll be a Kentucky Sire type of horse. There's not that many out there. He's got the ability. He's got the gait. He does it easy. I'm hopeful. He's like kind of a cost. I mean, he's so big that it's, I don't know. You know, he's a very large horse.
It's like one of those baseball outfielders who just kind of covers a lot of ground, doesn't look like he's doing anything, but he gets there, makes the catch.
He doesn't feel like he's doing anything.
Yeah, doesn't look like he's like an Andrew Jones out there. It doesn't look like he's working.
You know, we've had to order special. I mean, we've ordered an extra long grouper, an extra long girth which goes around the bottom of their stomach. We've ordered extra long centers for his hobbles. I don't want to measure him. I don't know what they are.
He looked fine out there. I got to tell you, he looked okay.
He's very, very athletic.
Knock on wood, right? How about one of the Morrisville filly that we picked up, Arroyo Blue Chip?
I really like that filly. When we went to Morrisville, we were going to look for cheap New York trotters, and I bought an Ontario pacing filly. So much for plans.
Yeah.
But very nice filly. I mean, you can't, for that price, with the uncertainty with Ontario program, obviously, dictated some of the reason why we got her for what we did. You know, they've established the fact that the Ontario Sire Stake program will be intact here for a couple years, which is all we need to worry about with her. Great maternal family, and a great way of going for the racetrack. She gets over the ground well, and you know, is Shadowplay going to be a sire or not? I don't know, but I'm optimistic about this filly. She's very nice. She's filled out. She's growing the way you expect her. She's got the right gait, got the right attitude. I really like her.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this before, but another one who just looks good on the track. I mean, you can't deny it. They are what they are, and she's another one that looks just fine out there and can be any time. How about the other Some Beach, somewhere we have the filly, Keystone Shoreline?
Very big, growthy filly. Beautiful. I mean, if you look at her, she's striking. I like her. You know, she's a very, very nice filly. You know, so the only question is how many Some Beaches are going to be good. You know, even if you're a very good, but you're only the 5th. But you know, where do we draw the line? You know, I like her. She's going to be heard from. She's a very good filly, very athletic looking. You know, where she'll end up in the ranks of the PA sires, but you know, I would expect to hope to think she is the Sire Stakes type of filly.
Okay, she was another, was in that 240 range today.
Yeah, all the time. I don't know. It's just lucky this year we haven't had any rain. The weather, we've been able to do whatever we want to do when we want to do it. The horses that had OCD surgeries have caught up with everybody. You know, we back some up. So everybody's in that 239 to 242 range. Like I say, it depends where you start and stop your mile at, but they're all training similar right now. You know, it's just a matter then of pedigree, size, gait. If you pick a favorite, it's being picked now because they're easier.
Right.
You know, they're just easier to be around.
And I think the last 2-year-old we have is the If I Can Dream New York Sire colt, who looks pretty nice out there. Just like Tiger, I gotta tell you, he's put together pretty well. He looks good on the track. I keep repeating myself, but that's what I saw today.
He's a very nice colt. You know, he's not as big as some of the others, but he's a very well made, very well put together colt. You know, his dam has done extremely well. Charlie Barley won the Breeders' Crown. He wasn't a big horse himself. Scream the Call, who had lameness issues that Irv had, and I know he sold it to sale for a fair amount of money, but there was an article or two about him on the USDA website or the Meadowlands and stuff. You know, the mare could produce some speed. if I can dream being a full brother of Western Terrier, you would certainly hope that he could be as successful as a sire as what his full brother is. He was as successful in the North as a racehorse. New York Sires takes a great program to be, so medium-sized horse, medium-small-sized horse, I don't see a detriment to
Yeah, I think the price we paid for him, based upon I think the quality we're going to get out of him.
You know, like I said, he's got a right attitude. He goes forward. He's good gaited. You know, got enough pedigree. He's one of those that's fun to be around. He's a fun.
I've heard from some other folks, and they said the If I Can Dream so far have been pretty good. They've been pretty happy with what they've seen so far. So, knock on wood, I think we got another decent racehorse there. John, so far so good?
Yeah, except for my golf game.
Yeah, well. I hear you there. I can't help you with that.
I wasn't able to show that today or yesterday or whatever. But
yeah, I mean it's been a great weekend here. I know all you guys out in the Northeast, my home state of New Jersey, or up in New York, Pennsylvania, had a lot of tough weather this weekend, but we had some great weather here in Sorrento. We had a nice turnout for the VIP day here. We have a lot of folks here having a good time. John, I think it was a really nice outing. Thank you for your time and all your staff's help. They did a great job. I think the horses look great, and knock on wood, I think we're looking forward to maybe something special. John, appreciate your time again.
thank you.